Dropbear and Panda.
Welcome to
Dropbear and Panda.
Save the World.
Episode 60.
Yep, 60. It's the big 60.
Yeah. Super over the hill.
Yep. Wicked word. In this episode, we've got a follow-up to game reviews. We've got breaking news. And we've got how to save the world.
Just like pretty much every episode.
That's right.
Which is why you keep coming back for more.
That's right. 58 countries.
We're not at 59 yet, hey?
No.
Damn it.
Well, maybe this is going to push us over the edge. What country do you want to be in?
Oh.
That we're not already in.
It's hard to say because I can't always remember what we're not in.
Yeah.
How about Egypt?
Ooh. Yeah, that'd be good. Yeah, we don't have a lot going on the big continent.
No. Don't have a lot in Africa right now.
No. So, let's have some African listeners, please.
Now it's time for Dropbear and Panda's Reviews.
Right. Okay. So when we last had our podcast, I was like, not even halfway through Call of Duty Modern Warfare.
That's what we thought.
If you can't identify the target, you are the target.
Yeah. And I gave it 4 out of 5 drop bears with a caveat that I wasn't willing to give it 5 out of 5 drop bears because I wasn't done the game yet.
Yes, you were working on the storyline, which was pretty awesome.
Yeah, and it looks beautiful, and there's some moral choices I had to make. And I was like, this is great.
And you had to play different characters in the whole storyline. You were like jumping between people, and it was like,
sometimes I was a freedom fighter, sometimes I was like SAS because SAS are kick ass.
Yep, sassy. I heard there's a lot of sass.
A lot of sass.
Yeah. SAS.
Are we gonna get letters?
Sass.
I don't want to piss off the SAS guys.
It spells out sass.
And if you add an extra A, that's SaaS, software as a service.
Actually,
Anyways.
if any SAS people listen to this, I actually want to hear from you because that would be awesome.
Right?
So please.
And we could, let's put this out here. If there are any SAS people that are listening, send us a note and we will send you socks.
Yeah.
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 And if you are offended by my sass comment, which I'd like to think you wouldn't be because you guys are like freaking like hardcore.
Probably if you're offended, you're not actually SAS.
No. But
because you got better things to do.
Yeah. Anyway,
so back to the story. So after that last episode, after episode 59 on the Dropbear and Panda Save the World podcast,
which we actually commented, I can't wait because there's hope there's so much more to go.
Yeah.
That would be ridiculous if I was almost done because I've only played like an hour, 45 minutes.
Spoiler alert. So we finished the podcast and I jump into the game. And here's the thing. I rarely finish games. Like there's been a bunch of games that I've started that I just haven't finished yet because they're huge.
Drives me nuts.
But they're huge.
What games haven't you finished?
Like Red Dead Redemption, which is huge.
Red Dead Redemption 2, I think it is.
Yeah, 2.
Right? BioShock.
I wouldn't. Yeah.
Still.
Yeah. What's one with the dude?
Fallout.
Right. So Fallout 3.
Fallout, the most recent one, not the online one, but Fallout.
Because I didn't want to build a base.
Fallout 4?
Fallout 4.
And the one where you go in to get rid of the religious nutballs.
Oh, Far Cry.
Far Cry 6 or 12 or whatever that is.
Right, which, and I'll get to this, remind me that I have restarted that game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So there are lots and lots of games that you have not finished.
Right, but mostly because it takes a long time. Like these games are massive.
Yeah, but just finish it before you buy another one.
Don't tell me what to do. Anyway, so I jump back into Call of Duty Modern Warfare to slog through another couple hours of this, game. Put it on, got my thing with the stuff, and I'm like, pew, pew.
You're all excited.
Yeah. And I think I have snacks. 10 minutes.
Not even.
And I'm done. And not only that, but there's a glitch in the game with this helicopter, this epic helicopter scene where somebody forgot to map the textures. So I'm literally flying through space
with a couple lines.
Yeah.
And that was
terrible.
That was awful.
It was 100% like, it was so disappointing. So I went from, I wanted 5 out of 5 drop bears. I was, I said 4 out of 5 to, give
you some leeway.
Yeah. Yep. I think, storyline, I'm at 2. I'm at 2 out of 5 drop bears now. That was very disappointing.
Yeah.
Yeah. But then I got into the online play, which is where Call of Duty shines, apparently. And
which is not what you personally like in a game.
Right. Unless it's with a bunch of buddies, right? Like if you've got like a bunch of friends you can play games with, that's fun. Like Neebs, those guys, like Neebs Gaming. If I had a crew like that, which we used to have back in the early Halo days.
Yeah.
But anyway, so I jump into this online, and I'm older. I don't have the hand-eye coordination of, say, my kids. But I jump into this game and I'm like running around like, this is kind of cool. And I'm with this guy named Potatoes.
Shout out to Potatoes.
And I'd also like to apologize to Potatoes because I kept dying and calling for a medic and calling for help. I think Potatoes just finally said, you know what? You're just get the fuck out.
Potatoes did really well, though.
Oh, yeah.
He saved you like a champ.
Yeah, and then I ended up like hanging out watching Potatoes because I was dead, and so you can like basically spy cam them. And Potatoes is a fucking killer, stone killer. It's great.
Yeah, you were Potatoes for a while, basically. You were seeing through his eyes.
A walk a mile in Potatoes shoes. But it was really good. But I felt bad because the character name that we have on PS4 is Dropbear and Panda. And I'm just like, man, are people just gonna think we're like the worst gamers ever?
Well, they should, because
well, yeah, until young Dropbear, who is now known as Bad Narwhal, which is his gamer name, has been playing our PS4, and he's been taking the world by storm. He's like a headshot hero. He's a sniper killer.
Yeah, so he's been playing under the moniker Dropbear and Panda.
Yeah, so if you see Dropbear and Panda on Call of Duty Modern Warfare, that's if he's doing well, if he's alive, it's probably him.
It's probably actually Dropbear Jr., aka Bad Narwhal.
Yeah, and if you see Dropbear and Panda and the character is dead, it's probably me.
Well, to be fair, I mean, he does die once in a while.
Oh, yeah.
But if you see Dropbear and Panda dying a lot,
like more than you'd expect.
it's Dropbear.
Yeah. So if you're really into this game and you want to do well, you might jump on the microphone and just see who's actually behind the controls.
Is this Dropbear or is it Bad Narwhal?
Yeah.
And if it's Dropbear, just leave.
Right. Or I'm cannon fodder. Right. Like that's just...
send him out into a place.
Strap me with explosives. I'm cool. I'm cool like that.
Yeah.
Anyway, so that's that game.
No, but to be fair, you did buy the game for the story, which apparently you shouldn't have done.
No.
So is this your fault?
Totally, because I'm not in that world. I was hoping.
Yeah.
But if you know Call of Duty, then you know that it's the online play. And what was it? That 12-year-old. You could be the middle brother.
You could be our middle brother.
Yeah, because there's like a young kid and his older brother playing.
That was funny.
It was super funny. Anyway, so
and you were worse than both of them.
Oh, it's terrible. And I felt so bad because I'm just like, these guys probably know how to play because they've got like badges and stuff like that, and they've got like cool stuff. I'm just like, oh.
I will also mention that Dropbear and Panda, there's the word panda in there, and Panda does not play these games.
No.
So you're dragging my name down.
I'm sullying your good name.
I am now, I've gone from 0 because I don't play down to like -40.
Yeah.
So thank you, Dropbear Jr. or Bad Narwhal, for boosting me up. But
Oh my God. Unreal. Anyway, so after Call of Duty was done, like unceremoniously. I'm just like, man, I feel terrible. So I went and jumped back into Far Cry and it restarted from the beginning.
Oh my God. You have a ways to go.
But the thing I think about that game is that it's beautiful. Like both games are beautiful, but like some of the scenes in game on both games, like it's really photorealistic. It's gorgeous.
Yeah, it is beautiful.
Yeah.
So I enjoy watching you play games, and I was on PS4 looking for new games to download or look at. We downloaded a couple games. Mm-hmm. One of them was Thumper.
Right. So the VR.
The VR, yeah. So one of the games in VR we downloaded was Thumper, which is a weird game, but not that weird.
It's roller coaster beetle.
You're a silver beetle on a track, and basically when there are turns, you have to press certain buttons. When there are bumps on the track, you press other buttons. And then as the levels go, you have to learn that you press certain things to get over stuff. Right. But there's music, and it's weird, and
it's very unsettling.
It is unsettling based on the music and what the track does.
Yeah, it's like undulating, weird.
Yeah. And we did play it. My hand-eye coordination is shit. I would like to continue playing it because that's my kind of
I thought you were doing pretty well.
But yeah, it's weird.
Yeah.
It is very weird. And I do like it. The other game that we downloaded isn't a VR game, but it's called The Sinking City.
Yeah.
And we downloaded it based on the
trailer.
The trailer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's by, I want to say Froggear.
Frogwares. It's
Froggear. Wow. Frogs of War.
It's an action adventure game developed by Frogwares and published by Big Ben Interactive.
Yeah.
And it's inspired by the works of horror fiction author H.P. Lovecraft.
Well, and you had me at Octopus and Kraken.
Release the Kraken!
And it's set in the fictional city of Oakmont, Massachusetts. Massachusetts.
Wow, Massachusetts.
Massachusetts.
Oh, you're having trouble there. Massachusetts.
Mass in the 1920s. Yeah, and you're a private investigator trying to figure out why there's all sorts of weird shit happening.
There's
and there's
some weird shit.
Octopus and stuff.
Yeah.
And we haven't gotten very far, but there's a bunch of stuff and monsters and characters in it based on the various H.P. Lovecraft stories.
Yeah.
The preview is great.
Yeah.
Super great.
Yeah. And I mean, so I love the environment is gorgeous.
Oh, it's beautiful.
Yeah. Really interesting. I find the characters are a little low poly for me. Like they're not as realistic as I would have hoped. The textures are a little bit off. I don't know. I don't find it as immersive as I wanted it.
But I find that you're used to like Rockstar games and whatnot, right?
Totally.
Like you were just playing Modern Warfare where you can see the hairs on their thumbs, right?
Yeah, I know.
So I don't have a problem with that. Like I know what you mean.
Yeah.
So it's sort of like going from Modern Warfare to the previous version of Red Dead, right? It looks really good, but from 5 years ago.
Right.
Or
yeah.
2 years ago even.
But this game, The Sinking City, was released in the summer of this year, of 2019.
Yeah, it's this year. But the city is massive.
Oh yeah.
I think it's a couple kilometers squared technically. We haven't gotten too far into it, but it's slow. Like the reviews are, don't expect to go anywhere fast or to figure out anything fast.
Right.
And we haven't quite figured out how to figure things out.
Yeah, there's like
yet.
the Mind Palace, which is kind of cool. There's your case files. Like there's a lot of stuff going on that you've got to keep track of.
Yeah, and it's weird.
Yeah, and sometimes like you'll interact with a character, or you won't interact with the character, and you'll be like, oh, okay, so I don't have to worry about that character anymore. But then if you go and do something, suddenly that character is integral and is part of it's a plot point.
But that happened in Red Dead too, right? Like that's
I guess, but
because you don't want to get clues before you're not supposed to get clues, I guess.
Yeah.
But there was one point that we were stuck at, sort of at the beginning, that maybe we're just not smart enough.
Yeah.
But we could not figure something out, and then so we ended up going to like a site to tell us
walkthrough
what to do it,
and
we stared at it and we were like, I don't know how the hell we would have figured that out.
Yeah.
Like I really had no freaking idea. The next section where we figured some stuff out, we were like, oh, well, that was pretty easy to guess. But yeah. So it might take some getting used to. I would like to finish it.
Yeah. And it's a fun couples game, I think, because, because I like often I'll walk around, but then I'm done walking around. I hand it off to you. When I'm walking, you're like doing some research. And then I hand it off to you, and then you're walking. I'm doing some research.
I'm walking here. I'm walking here.
Yeah, and there's puzzles that you have to figure out, and that kind of stuff. So
it's cool.
It's a detective puzzle game, but it's creepy. It's weird, and the gun doesn't load by itself. So if you come across some H.P. Lovecraft monsters,
vagina hands.
They're like weird.
Yeah.
And then there's those weird monsters that like vomit body parts, I think. That's what that looks like. Anyways, it's fairly creepy if you're into a lot of puzzles, but it's also got a little creepy.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
if you have a dark soul.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, the preview is fantastic.
Yeah. And the gameplay is good. It's just not what I
It's not what I expected.
It's not what I expected. It's not what I normally play either. But I like taking an hour with you, for example, in the evening and solving some puzzles.
Yeah.
And then putting it away, coming back to it a day or two later.
Yeah.
That's kind of game.
So that's our game reviews.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
What's next?
DVP News right now.
So there's this Labrador Retriever named Max.
He's adorable, but a troublemaker.
Bad driver, good dog. No, good dog, bad driver. I don't
know. Sounds like a pretty bad dog to me.
Yeah, so the dog got into a car and took it on a joyride.
Yeah, so this
Panda's got the details.
This is in Florida. Weird things happen in Florida.
It was in Port St. Lucie, Florida, in the FLA.
Yeah, so instead of a crazy story about Florida man,
right now it's
Florida dog.
It's Max.
The pooch's owner stepped out of the car and left the engine running.
Yeah,
and the dog was in the back, and
somehow got it into reverse.
Yeah, you think you'd have to have your foot on the brake,
yeah,
and not. I don't know, shitty car.
Is it a glitch? Like I don't know. Anyway, so
very strange.
Yeah. So anyway, so the dog
must have been an older car.
Yeah,
we'll have a video.
Post the video. But yeah, the dog spun around, and it had the door had a door code on it.
Yeah, so the driver couldn't get back into the car once the car started going, because he wouldn't have had enough time to get it open. So I guess the car was going fairly quickly, and it's a good thing that the steering wheel was not straight, because I would assume that if it was, it would have
gone right into a house.
Exactly. Yeah. So it was going around for a while, and luckily, I guess it hit a mailbox and a garbage can. Yeah. So it slowed down. Yeah. But it was going around for about an hour until the police were able to get in using the PIN code. And I guess the dog came out happy as a clam.
Yeah. Dog was having his best day.
Yep. Yeah. Went on a freebie car ride.
Yeah.
And
the only thing that would have made that story better is if the window was open and the dog had its head out the window.
Oh, that would have been so cute.
Right?
Yeah, I don't know what kind of car it is, but
it kind of looked cavalier-y, but I could be wrong.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah. It was like a 4-door sedan luxury, not a luxury, but like an older luxury-ish vehicle.
Have you've had dogs, right?
Oh yeah, I'm a dog guy.
Yeah. Did you ever, when you drove around with them in the car, did you ever fasten them to anything in the back seat, or did you have a truck that you left them in the backpack, or?
I want to say that we used to, we had a dog seat belt It was sort of like attached to their harness, just in case there was an accident, they wouldn't fly around. But for the most part, our dogs would just either sit in the passenger seat or in the back seat and just hang out the window.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We had a
never in the back of the truck by themselves though. That's
No. That's horrible. We had when we had our golden retriever when I was a kid, we had a station wagon. So we had Moki in the back part of the station wagon, but we never attached her to. She was never in a harness attached to anything, which means that if there was ever like a massive car accident, she would have just flown right through
all of you.
Yeah, basically.
Moki'd.
Yeah. But there's an article here about this. One of them's from like a car website. Yeah. So they talk about how the dog Max did this because it's all, kind of funny. It has the video. Yeah. And then there's this big part that says, this is why you put your dog. Well, one of the reasons that you put the dog and you attach him into a dog seat belt or a little nest or something like that, so stuff like this doesn't happen, right? Yeah. So it's something that I didn't really actually think about. Like, not only do you keep your dog safe, but then weird stuff like this can happen.
Right? Yeah, it could have ended tragically.
Yeah, you run over a toddler, go out into traffic.
Yeah,
I mean, it's this one that just happened to be funny, but
yeah.
I've seen people driving with like little schnauzers and stuff on their lap while they're driving.
That's fucked up.
I mean, there's texting and driving, but then there's also like little puppies on the.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't get it.
That's weird. I've seen cats on dashboards.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, so that's Max. Way to go, Max.
Way to go, Max.
So speaking of vehicle stories, and accident. So Elon Musk unveiled his new truck.
It doesn't even look like a truck.
So
like, why did he call it a truck?
Like the comparison to a doorstop.
Oh my god!
Or the Edmonton Public Library.
Oh, the Edmonton Public. It totally looks like the Edmonton Public Library. I'm sorry, Edmonton, but your library is.
It looks
like Elon Musk's truck.
Yeah, and it doesn't even really look as cool as a warthog from Halo. Like, I've seen that meme, flying around.
It looks like something out of the GoldenEye video game from the 90s.
Totally. Yeah.
Like a stealth bomber, but not even that cool.
Yeah. It was
At least
weird.
stealth bombers can fly.
So he did that unveiling, and they had a guy with like the sledgehammer hit the side of it because it's got like stainless steel folded 16 times, undentable, blah blah blah, and shatterproof windows. And then the guy threw a ball, like I'm assuming a lead ball, at the window, and it shattered the window.
Did it shatter the window, or did it just crack or break?
Well, it would be like it broke. It didn't fall into pieces. It shattered, spiderwebbed.
Oh, okay.
And little unexpected.
Oh my God. Well, maybe that was a little too hard. It didn't go through. So that's a plus side.
Let's try the right.
Try that one, really? Okay.
Yeah.
Sure.
Oh, man.
It didn't go through.
Oops.
Yeah, if you're doing an unveiling and talking about, like, I don't know, did they use a new throwy thing? Like
a new throwy thing.
Yeah.
You heard it here first. He's calling it a throwy thing. We've both been suffering from migraines for like 2 weeks.
I have the dumb today without question. Yeah. But yeah, like whether it's a lead ball or like whatever it is.
Something from outer space.
Somebody did not think this through because, I don't know.
Someone's getting fired.
I would think so, because that was a little embarrassing.
It looks like something that the army would have to withstand going over mines.
You're right.
That's what it looks like.
Yeah.
But it still doesn't look like a truck. Like,
no.
I guess like trucks of the future don't look like trucks.
Yeah.
I suppose.
I guess.
And yeah,
it's not sexy.
Well, it doesn't have to be sexy.
No, but I don't know. It's like it's got the weird angular windows. I think the stealth bomber is probably the most, like, if you look at a stealth bomber and look at this, you're like, oh yeah, okay, same idea.
But do you expect the trucks to like? Do you want your truck to not like the radar? Like
I want my pickup truck to absorb radar. Thank you
that's
very
just
much.
it. Like,
but that's a different coating.
Elon Musk is calling you.
We're in
He
trouble.
can hear us. But okay, so don't you want, when you're driving your truck,
He's really mad now.
when you're driving your vehicle.
Oh, that's my phone.
Yeah, I know. When you're driving your vehicle, don't you want it to be aerodynamic? Isn't that what car makers are aiming for? You want your streamlined stuff so when you're driving down the road, you're not dealing with winds. So those angular shapes, I'm assuming, are still supposed to be doing the same thing.
Right.
But then you have like the Jeeps where they're all like boxy and...
Yeah, well, so you look at Jeep Grand Cherokee, which Bad Narwhal has. The latest one that they've got is very economical because of the design of it. It's very aerodynamic.
Yeah, because you're going to use less gas.
Yeah, less gas. Whereas the Jeep, like Jeep Wranglers and stuff like that, are like driving bricks through the wind. This thing, I'm sure, has some aerodynamic qualities, but not a lot.
Well, it's not like...
But it doesn't...
It's not like a bunch of blocks put together. So...
But it's also electric. So it's, fuel efficiency, like...
Yeah. I mean, it's not like a Jeep Cherokee, like box. So the angles are still not 90 degrees.
Right. But
I'm just trying to figure out his why.
That is a question for the ages. Because he's Elon Musk. Because Elon Musk spent $1 million on the domain. No, even more than that. I want to say maybe $3 million on X.com. The domain name X.com. Which, if you go to, just has the letter X. No HTML markup at all. It's just the letter X. So sometimes Elon Musk does stuff that Elon Musk does.
I don't like this!
Release power must!
Smells like wet fur and sex!
Not that you drive trucks to be aerodynamic, though. It's not like you're like, hey, I'm going to drive this truck at 150 kilometers an hour because I want to go faster.
Right.
But I guess, yeah, and if you don't want to save on gas because it's electric.
Yeah.
I guess this whole conversation about right angles and stuff is, you can probably just ignore anything that I just said.
Thanks for coming out. Okay.
I'm just trying to figure out the modeling of it.
Yeah, I don't know. Who knows? He's got a plan. He is an alien after all.
I'm assuming he just didn't want it. He wanted it to be memorable.
Yeah.
Which it is. And he didn't want it to look like everything else, which is the streamlined look,
and
right?
He was enamored by an old James Bond vehicle, the Lotus. And I can't remember what movie that was from. But apparently that's what they're saying anyways. At least that's in the press release.
No.
I can't remember.
I can't remember either.
But yeah, so he's, so he is enamored by that type of design. That's where they're coming from. And who knows?
Did he say how much it would be?
No, I don't think so.
If you had $1 million, would you buy one?
No.
How many people does it fit?
No idea.
So all anyone remembers is that looks like the Edmonton Public Library.
Yeah.
Or a rock.
Probably has the same fuel economy as Edmonton Public Library.
And the windows broke.
Right. The unbreakable windows broke.
That's all anyone remembers.
Yeah. And we're just reinforcing that right now. Yeah. Oh, okay, Google. How much is Elon Musk's new truck?
On the website TheVerge.com, they say, and it will start at $39,900. Musk said, do you want a little more context?
Yes.
Tesla CEO Elon Musk just unveiled the company's first electric pickup truck, also known as Cybertruck, at an event in Los Angeles, California. The truck will come in 3 versions with 250 miles, 300 miles, and 500 miles of range, respectively, and it will start at $39,900, Musk said.
There you go. $39,000 US, which is about $1 million Canadian.
At least $1 million Canadian. Huh.
So your question, what would I, if I had $1 million, was accurate.
If I had $1 million,
well, I'd buy you an exotic pet.
Yep. Like a llama for an emu.
If I had $1 million,
I'd buy a real green dress. I can't. Migraine. Blah.
throw out your Canadian card.
Yeah.
Speaking of Canadian cards, William Shatner.
Oh, yeah.
He just got the Order of Canada.
What?
Okay, Google, William Shatner, did he just get the Order of Canada?
On the website mcgill.ca, they say, McGill alumnus William Shatner has been inducted into the Order of Canada in recognition of his 60-year acting career in philanthropic work.
That's awesome.
So there you go.
Huh.
I will tell you that on Twitter, Ed the Sock is livid that he got the Order of Canada.
And Ed the Sock does not have the Order of Canada? Is that his issue?
No, Ed the Sock just hates everything. And he says, what have you done for Canada lately kind of thing, which a lot of people have said. Well, first of all, he was in, Stratford for forever before he ended up going on Star Trek and whatever. So love him or hate him, he's Canadian.
He'll always be Denny Crane.
He talks about being Canadian a lot, and he's very vocal about Montreal and how much he loves Montreal. And I have no problems with him getting the Order of Canada at all. He's had a huge career, and there's tons of Canadians who have become famous, and if I don't know, I think it's great. So
and what I love the most about it is that he is a huge fan of our podcast, probably.
Most likely. Could be.
He hasn't said he's not.
No, it's true.
So thanks, Captain
Kirk.
So that's cool. Hey, speaking of Canadian things.
You know what else is Canadian?
What?
The Friday Sock Company.
Yeah, let's hear from them for a sec.
Time for another Dropbear and Panda Friday Sock Company collaboration.
Oh, good sir.
Bacon and eggs, polka dots and stripes, ethical Canadian socks are nice. Bangers and mash, cricket and blimps. Dropbear and Panda are the fresh sock pimps. Podcast jingles, chap hops the illest. Pith helmet locked and trousers are the twillest. Friday Sock Company, Her Majesty's finest. No field toe seam needle counts the highest. I will be requiring an additional microphone.
Oh, indeed, sir.
This one's been damaged by gravitational pull.
Oh, I see. From dropping it, sir. Well played, sir. Well played.
Socks.
Ethically made, purposely mismatched socks. They're kick-ass. They're right from Calgary.
They sure are.
And,
And by the way, they are now making ugly Christmas socks.
What? Oh, and there's a subscription as well.
Sock subscription.
You can subscribe to socks.
Check them out.
Yeah, Friday Socko. Uh-huh.
It's time
For Dropbear and Panda to save the world.
How are you going to save the world this week?
Not deal with American Black Friday or buy a whole bunch of stuff that I don't need.
Yeah. So we were talking about the fact that Black Friday, we talked about this last year as well.
Yeah, we sure did.
And we still feel exactly the same way. And we understand that businesses just want to sell stuff because that's how they stay in business.
That's what business is all about.
But I'm so already sick and tired of seeing Black Friday sales in Canada. Like, stop that shit.
And I understand that Canada and America are attached. I mean, we get a lot of American websites and crossover, that kind of stuff. But oh my God, Canada.
Yeah.
Cut it out.
Stop it. Did you just do the...
I did not do the hands.
I did it. Anyway, so that's how we're going to save the world. We suggest you do the same. I would like people to write in and tell us what they didn't buy.
I didn't buy Tesla's new truck.
What? I could have sent you a pair of socks.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I'll just pick from the box.
Yeah. Anyway, so that's it. Stop consuming stuff.
Yeah.
Just chill out.
There is so much waste in this world. We were actually talking the other week about how many new cars are bought.
Yeah.
When there are tons of perfectly good cars out there that...
Adopt a car. Adopt an unwanted car.
Right? It's just
There's got to be like a pacer out there somewhere.
Oh my God.
Got your name
and
on
it's like new clothes.
Yeah.
You know, there's tons of clothes out there that you can just recycle and adopt a new sweater.
Right.
You know, it's adopt stuff. Don't buy new shit.
Right.
Like occasionally you're going to have to buy new stuff. Like I get that, but honestly, like there is so much fucking waste out there.
Oh, I know.
It's unreal.
So just to,
Quit it.
Yeah, stop it.
Stop it.
Stop it.
Stop it. Okay, Google, how many new cars are bought in Canada every year?
Here's a summary from the website countryeconomy.com. In total, 169,967 cars were registered and 1,970,913 new cars were sold in the last 12 months.
How many million? 1 million?
That's in Canada.
Jesus Christ.
Canada's not a big country.
Well, Canada's a huge country.
Canada's a huge country. Canada's population is not that big.
We're 1/10 really of, we're 10% the size of America population-wise.
So what the hell?
Yeah. Crazy, right?
Oh my God.
Right. Well, which is going to make Bad Narwhal's talk. He's got a talk coming up in the new year on how not to buy a car.
Yep.
Which I think is going to be amazing.
Yeah, it's going to be great. Seriously, let us know what you are not buying and what used stuff or that you go out and buy and you know, it.
Share with us your adoption story.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That would be great.
Yeah.
Do that.
Yeah.
Maybe we'll send you some Canadian mismatched socks.
That's right. Yeah. They will be new though. Yeah. he won't send you previously enjoyed socks.
Yeah. Please note, stuff that you should buy new.
Underwear.
Mm-hmm. Socks.
Yeah.
Swimsuits.
Milk.
Food would be good.
Yeah.
Toilet paper. Toilet paper.
Yeah. Do not adopt.
Tampons, you know, that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Okay, this is taking a dark turn.
Yeah, I've been Dropbear.
I've been Panda. Okay, Google, thank you so much.
You're very welcome.
And this has been Dropbear and Panda.
Save the world.
Huge thanks to our sponsor, the Friday Sock Company.
This podcast was recorded at the Dropbear and Panda Kensington studio.
Special thanks to Emery Cords for the kick-ass theme music.
Don't forget to subscribe.
It's Dropbear and Panda, yeah. Coming at you, Panda. Coming at you like a locomotive on a motherfucking bender. Yeah, set my culture, now my chap, follow me. Yeah, with Michael Doggies, yeah, you be checking on the flow, yo. Checking flow, but you was quick, you can't pick my medical ranges, angles, tangles. You get tangled, twisted side reflexes, child should be. Can't compete with the owls that devour. Yeah, with the owls that devour, yeah. Yeah, it's a Dropbear and Panda. Coming at you right now. Dropbear and Panda. Coming at you right now. Dropbear and Panda. Coming at you right now. It's like a locomotive filled with automobile chopper. Dropbear and Panda. Coming at you right now. It's like a locomotive filled with automobile chopper. Dropbear and Panda.